Hello everyone, and welcome back to DXB Today. Today we are diving into the flourishing art scene that is in Dubai and talking art collecting. I mean, we know very little about it, but hopefully our guests today are going to be helping us out quite a bit. Now, our next guest is a trailblazer when it comes to the creative scene here because she is the head of audience development and partnerships at Art Dubai. Please welcome Zain Mahjub. Thank you so much for joining us today. Now, I'm sure you overheard our conversation, but I'm gonna, we have so many things to talk about. Let's actually start with art fairs. How do art fairs help people connect with art, learn about art? How does it contribute to the city? And how does it bring us to the world of art collecting?
Well, firstly, thank you so much for having us here. This is a very special and dear subject to our hearts. I think what's very special about fairs, other than the fact that they're a place to buy and sell art, they're also conveners of people from all over the world and from all over the city and from different parts of the industry. So it's this moment in the year that brings people together to be able to kind of come, speak to one another, network, discover art, discover new artists, listen to talks, and do a bunch of things. And then the entire city also comes alive during that week. So I know that galleries put on some of their best shows because they know that people are going to be really excited to go around. You have parties, you have dinners, lunches, private collectors open up their homes for people to come and see what they've been working on, what they've been doing, and how they've been supporting the arts. Artists open up their studios, so there's a lot to come and do and discover during those weeks.
Zain, we know that Dubai is a city that has a lot of money in it, and with a lot of money comes a lot of things, a lot of expensive art, but I don't want to know so much about the art that's passing through the UAE. I want to know about the local artists. Are we seeing some names that are getting global recognition?
We definitely are, and we're seeing a big growth in that support for artists that are based in the UAE. So you have your Emirati artists, but you also have a lot of people who are based here and artists who are based here who are also contributing to the scene. So we've seen over the years, a lot of the UAE-based galleries discover new artists, support them, help grow them, but at the same time with initiatives like the ones that we run with as Art Dubai or with partners of ours really support this. So we're in a number of different programs and commissioning programs with partners to be able to bring and develop new works by artists and supporting artistic production from the region. A lot of artists are then discovered at the fair. So, we have a lot of artists who are shown with Carbon 12 or the Third Line who were discovered at the fair with museums and international curators who are in Dubai for that period, and then kind of either acquire the works for their collections or collaborate with them to create specific shows or, take it from there.
Rush, what you thinking? He's got that look in his eyes.
Yeah, right?
Twinkle in his eyes.
I mean, we are part of the same industry, so it's very exciting to sit here and to talk about it with the larger audiences, because I assume your audience is definitely beyond our audience, because even though it's a multi-billion-dollar industry, still it remains a very niche compared to other industries like fashion, automotive, etc. And you pointed something very good because it's a commercial venture, an art fair. How challenging it is for you sometimes to try to explain people, by the way, you are going there, there are galleries like ours who spend thousands and tens of thousands of dollars to be there. Remember, an art fair is a place you go to buy art. How challenging is that for you sometimes?
I think we have audiences who either come in knowing that, this is just to buy art, and they think that's kind of it, and that, it's transactional. And so a lot of people feel kind of put off because they don't want to do that, or they feel like it's intimidating and they don't know what they're doing or how to navigate a fair. So a lot of the work that we do is to prepare our different audiences to come to the fair and make the most out of it. So whether you've never collected and you're interested in kind of getting your toes wet, we'll do education programs throughout the year. So we work throughout the year. A lot of people ask, the fair is done, so are you going to relax for the next 6 months before you start working on the next one? And the answer is no, actually we have programs that run year round, and we're also planning ahead a couple of years. We run with one of our main partners, ARM Holding, the UAE's largest children's arts education program, and that kicks off at the fair. We work with an international artist every year. They create workshops that are kicked off at the fair. Kids of all ages are able to participate in those, and then following that, after the fair closes, we go into over 150 schools. We reach about 15,000 students in all 7 Emirates. So we are looking at a range of different people and audiences. So we do things for kids, but we also do work for older individuals, whether that's people who want to start collecting or seasoned collectors. We also run something called Art Salon. It's a collectors members club for the culturally curious, and it's for people who have either started collecting or want to collect, and want to take it to the next step. So we do a number of different events each month. It runs throughout the year. We visit artist studios. We do education programs. We take trips, international trips, to see what else is happening in the rest of the world. And and then we're around to kind of help advise or connect or introduce them to anyone who can help them.
Zain, I've attended Art Dubai twice in my life. The first time was probably about 10 years ago, and the second time was, I believe, last year. And the difference that I saw in just a period of 10 years was just incredible. There's definitely a huge digital shift in Art Dubai, and there are so many interesting things, right, from virtual art tours, online bidding and whatnot. It's all very fascinating because to look at these LED screens and see these different art installations, I'm not going to pretend to understand it all, but there definitely seems to be a shift. How is the digital art space scene going?
Well, it's definitely growing. I think it's very difficult to ignore digital and technology as a medium and as a way that we live. It's in our lives everywhere we look, and so artists are obviously using this as a way to create art. So we launched the first section in an international art fair called Art Dubai Digital, which is dedicated to showcasing digital art or any art that's created using a digital medium physically, so that you're able to experience this in person. And I think it goes quite well and is in parallel mirrors Dubai as a city that's looking at the future and digital in that sense.
Well, Zain, thank you for being on DXB today, and thank Art Dubai for bringing more colour to the city.